All right, come on.
First Jaywalking of 2025.
Is this the first one?
Yeah. It's been cold the past.
Yeah, that's right. It was really
windy
from the
for like a
winds.
week.
Yeah, a lot of New Year's resolutions right now. I think the truck I think they had to delivery yesterday and knocked all my.
Oh.
I gotta come from. I showed up last night and there were a bunch of things sitting here.
Really?
All these slips here. I didn't realize I had these. And I'm still in shorts. How's that?
It was 35 this morning.
Yeah, I just came back from Virginia. I had a gym appearance out there, which was actually pretty good. A lot of people. You know, it's pretty cool to be able to travel to all these places now and watch these gyms and how they expand. And
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot of new equipment, but the old school equipment is still the key with a lot of these new. I don't want to call them mom and pop gyms, but I just say smaller square footage gym and
Right.
like less commercial gyms.
Right.
I mean, obviously there's a lot of big gym chains in Vegas, but the mom and pops, smaller footprint, you know, 8,000, 10,000 feet.
Yeah.
Which is still a big space. There's still a lot of that old school flex and the Icarian Body Masters.
I love that.
Even the old Nautilus stuff.
I love that. Do you like the old machine better or the new machine better?
You know what? You're asking a guy that you know me, I'm kind of anti-machines, right?
Yeah.
I'm always kind of more of a free weight just because of, remember my journey took me to a lot of different foreign places and I was on the road pretty much every week. So when I got used to training on things, and you know, because there's certain, I mean, you mentioned there's certain gyms in Vegas that you train certain body parts because
That's right.
they're equipped a little better, you know what I mean?
That's right.
So I do more free weights because if I don't have the accessibility to all that specialized equipment, but
Yeah, I really like the old stuff. It reminds me of Golds and the good old years at Golds, you know.
yeah, it's funny how Gold's, you know, the branding was yellow, but
That's
you remember
right.
for a long time they had red equipment in there. They had all red equipment, not just they had the yellow.
Yeah.
And then they went to a lot of red.
Yeah, but the one in Vegas that was very popular was all red, remember?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just referencing Gold's Venice because
Gold's
I
Venice,
feel like
yeah.
what people don't realize is I think a lot of companies put equipment in there to kind of launch out the product.
Yeah. Yeah.
And put it there so because the visibility was so high with the photo shoots.
Oh man.
I mean, every week there'd be someone there doing photos, and Ed Connors talked a lot about that. But I was trying to explain to someone about my early journey, and you know, I kind of go back to it every time. As you know, when I was training in Massachusetts, you know, we were limited access to get the visibility. So when I actually traveled to California the first time, I don't know, I mentioned a bunch of times that there was a misprint in the Boston Globe.
Yeah.
So we're able to find the tickets, you know, round trip for $99 each.
What a deal.
But you know, we didn't care. We stayed at some crappy hotel on Lincoln, and we actually walked to Gold's. The hotel, I would have to say, Dave, was probably on Lincoln. It was closer to the 10.
Wow.
It was far. It took us like almost 2 hours to walk to Gold's Gym.
Okay, wow.
Because someone told me that was pretty close.
Yeah. We don't care. We didn't care back then.
I was walking in the fluorescent T. Michael top and like baggy pants. I didn't even care.
Bushy socks.
Yeah, I mean,
Atomic shoes.
I was on. Yeah, I had like the purple Atomics on, and
oh my God.
That was just to be there and to witness California for the first time.
Oh, I remember those days.
If it was never for that misprint and me being able to venture out to Gold's Gym, Ed Connors coming up to me in the gym, inviting me to come back in November, I don't know if the journey would have been the same. Because I actually made that decision when I did the November trip, not the first one. I mean, because I was still kind of fresh to it all.
Yeah.
But when I went back and stayed for a month and I saw the action going on there, that's when I was like, man,
It's solidified.
I knew I was going to be a bodybuilder for a career.
Your destiny.
And the funny thing
crazy.
is, if someone said to me now, I'm going to have a bodybuilding career, you know, I think it's a little different now because I feel like you have to have a cross between, you have to have social media and bodybuilding in a sense, you know.
Yeah.
Unless you just put in countless hours and days. I mean, look at the guys now; they get better in their 30s than in their 20s, where it was reversed back in the early days. When we were coming up, dude, everyone seemed super young. Didn't it seem like all the guys were really young? Gaspari and
Sean Ray.
Yeah. Eddie Robinson and
early 20s.
I mean, even Haney. I mean,
that's right.
Even Haney.
Didn't you win at 31 the first one?
He was 22.
Oh, you retired at 31.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's young.
Yeah, it's crazy how
the guys are going strong at 31 today.
That's when I feel like you're not even in your stride yet.
That's right.
Don't you feel like that's...
What is it? Would you say 35 is like the sweet spot?
I think, you know, listen, I won at 33. Ronnie won at 34. Phil won at 30 or 31. I mean, Derek won pretty young.
Yeah.
I don't know Hardy's age. I mean, Big Rami won in his 30s. Brandon Curry. I mean, Sean Roden was 40. He was the oldest.
Yeah.
He was 43. So what does that tell you?
That's right.
I mean, it's a big swing. I mean, Samson's 39, I think.
Okay. Wow.
But, so it's kind of like the youth versus, I don't want to say the elder. I mean, I retired at 40, but no insult to anyone because 40 is still super young.
Yeah.
But Derek's kind of like the young gun going into the Arnold Classic. I mean, as we lead into that, I don't really have I mean, everyone's picking like Samson, Derek, and Andrew Jack for the top three, but I feel like there's some really good talent in there.
Yeah.
I think that could shake it up a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of good guys in that show. I mean, even like Akeem's in there who did well at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And you know, there's just so many good guys, man. Like, that are doing the show. I mean, have you seen this Carlos Thomas Jr. lately? He looks really good too. There's like, they're talking about him. I mean, he still might need a little time. But I mean, listen, Samson looks amazing.
Yeah.
Eric looks amazing. And you know, you saw Cormier's down there training him, right?
Yeah.
He's doing some of his posing and kind of workouts a little bit, which I think is good for Derek some.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of talk on, hey, when you change coaches, it's a little tricky.
Yeah, Chris is helping him.
Yeah. And come on. Obviously, they had huge success with Hani, you know, along the line. But
yeah. I saw Hani was helping
Seth Feroce.
Yeah. That's cool.
I think he was just down there. Remember, he trained him back when he was doing the 212.
Yeah.
But I know that Seth had talked about a possibility of actually doing a competition.
He looks great.
Looks amazing. But he always looked amazing. Even when he was doing, I remember he was just doing, like, I don't want to say calisthenics, but he wasn't really weight training much. But he stayed pretty relatively lean.
Yeah.
And he still had a lot of muscle definition. I mean, his weight's not super big because he was never a big guy.
He's jacked now.
But he's pretty, yeah.
Big time.
So I think it's a good transition for him. Hey, man. So I think, you know, I think it's going to be, I think this Arnold's going to be a good show. I think the season's going to be good. You know, the new Pittsburgh show. And
yeah.
There's a lot to look forward to.
Nick's doing Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Nick Walker. I kind of wish he was doing the Arnold. I felt like
Me too.
He could have done. He's looking pretty impressive.
Yeah. Martin's doing Pittsburgh too.
Yeah. Yeah, and Regan is. I think Regan's doing
New York.
Yeah, New York, and I think he's doing Canada too. They still have the Toronto Pro Show.
Is he still there? I think.
Yeah, he's coming though. He's coming to Vegas.
Jeez, he's been gone a long time.
He did a workout the other day. Regan did a workout on his YouTube. He said, "I'm gonna follow Jay Cutler's back routine from 2005," and you know the volume on that.
Oh Jesus.
You remember how much I used to do?
A lot.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a lot less now. So you guys that are asking like what the training's like, someone asked me that on the guest appearance, and
Yeah.
hey man, what's going on?
And quick. You were so quick in between the
I'm
sets.
doing a lot less volume now. Like I went and did shoulders last night, and I literally, I did probably like 6 exercises, but very fast, and the weight wasn't crazy.
You still train fast, huh?
Yeah, I still train.
Wow.
I like to get it done in an hour. I don't like to do it too much time in the gym, But yeah, so our first Jaywalk, we're gonna get over to do the Gold's Gym thing when we're in California.
Yeah, I emailed just yesterday. Yeah.
Any reply back?
Not yet.
Okay.
But that was yesterday evening.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll be getting that in.
And then the Fit Expo.
Yeah. Our first expo of the year. You excited about it or not?
Yeah. It's always fun in LA. Are you doing any more Fit Expo? Or just that one?
I don't know. Well, they only have the Anaheim one. I think Anaheim's the only one that's...
No more San Jose? Or
you know what? I don't know. They talked about maybe bringing it back, but I just think since the pandemic, it's just they've been trying to... Limit just because of budgets, and
they had like 7 or 8 before.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people now it's harder to get guests. Does that make sense?
Really?
Yeah, because I feel like everyone's schedule. I mean, number one, I don't feel like it's not really. It's weird. The industry's different now because people might do social media, but they're not doing like face-to-face contact as much. I feel like people are doing a lot of viral online stuff.
Really?
You guys know. I mean. Seems like back then, I mean, remember I used to book stores, guest posings, seminars, that kind of stuff. I see the seminars like Lee's over doing like a UK tour right now.
Priest?
But it's really big overseas. I think in the States we just have, there's a lot less, like people aren't bringing people as much to the stores and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They do, it's more related to the supplement thing. But I just think that now, the expos, I mean, obviously you have the big ones that Arnold will be at, and that will be good.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of
you're still busy.
Yeah, I'm still busy, but I still like the face-to-face contact. I really like that. I think it really helps people. It motivates people.
Yeah.
I mean, the reaction I got just doing that Monday night appearance, I did a Monday this week, and I thought it was awesome. I mean,
it was packed.
It was packed. There was so many people.
Wow.
So it was so good, But the motivation you get from that, I mean, you know how it is when you meet someone for the first time.
I know.
Even people used to come in your store.
Yeah.
You would get super motivated from that, right? I mean, you'd call me and say, so-and-so came through today.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just fitness people. It was, the wrestlers.
Yeah. And, movie stars.
Yeah, movie people, James Caan and these kind of people. I mean.
That was great for that.
It was cool to see all those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I missed that.
Yeah, so guys, comment below. I talked about a lot of things here, but we'll get down to a breakdown of the show and all that stuff, as we roll into closer. But, it's good to be back. A little chilly in Vegas. Dave said it was in the 30s today. I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, I'm still out here in shorts. I just did my cardio, so I'm just...
but compared to Virginia, that's why.
Yeah, I landed in Virginia, and I was like, oh my gosh, I mean, I was dressed warm, but, I mean, there was snow on the ground. I haven't seen snow. When I went to Boston and New York for Christmas, there was no snow.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't snow. So it doesn't snow as much on the East Coast.
Are you going to see Steve for the annual?
February 1st,
okay.
We have our workshop. It's free.
Now you should get snow for that.
So at New York, February 1st, we'll be there at the Powerhouse Gym. So
that's a good one.
So you guys asked where Dave is. Dave's here. Capone's here. I'm here. We'll see you guys at the next Jaywalk.
No mercy for you. No worries for you. That Game of Thrones. Go Cersei on you. I flip the script. I roll the dice. Don't fall asleep, cause I'm working nights. Hey, you trying to shut me